You don't need tight. You don't need clothes. You got bubbles.
Yeah.
Bubbles?
It's just like frothing up to like your neck level.
I would still wear a tie.
Production would probably have like
the little schoolboy tie.
Yeah, production would probably have like an aneurysm about like their equipment being near water, but you know.
Well, we can just like we can put that in post.
Yeah, can you actually make waterproof casting headsets?
That'd be sick. I've always wanted to do like a summit, like out in a pool, like where the casters are just they're in a pool casting the games, and then there's like a TV like on the side. It's kind of hard because you're outdoors to see stuff, but
that would be really good.
That'd be fun.
We should probably be a little bit serious now, as it is our official cast of Danish Bears versus Team Singularity.
Playoffs. And
we are into the draft already, so welcome to everyone who's tuning in inside of Dota TV for game number 2. We've switched setups since game number 1. We now have Tsunami and Gods joining myself and Merlini. They can't see you do that.
What did we miss? I was casting SEA.
So. We're talking to the guys at Dota TV. Different people, man. Just like a greeting salute was just given to you by Tsunami.
Yep.
We'll now do audio description.
So most of our viewers, including like myself, were just watching the end of SEA with Fnatic. Now the viewers from the mainstream, game 1. Where are we at, Toby, Ben? What's going on?
Well, Singularity is 1 game up over Danish Bears. Okay. Danish Bears kind of had trouble executing a Venomance of Void strat.
It was a Void mid. It did not work well.
Yeah.
And they gave him the puck. They've been using puck in AA like almost every single game. Now both of them have been banned out, so now they have to do something different. Singularity were 2nd seed in the EU qualifiers, 7-2 record, did very, very well.
And Danish Bears only barely slipped through after their crushing defeat against Team Secret. I say crushing mainly because of the way the game played out.
Yeah, that was a
insane game.
It was a nail biter, to say the least. Although, to be fair, they almost won. So
otherwise, they should have.
Those are the rough kind of losses, though.
Right? But at the same time, I mean, Secret is going to TI, so if you're able to get that close to a TI competitor, then Team Singularity, what can they do against that?
Yeah, but Team Secret did place in like the bottom 16 at
also true. But they're group stage kings. And
they are group stage kings.
This was a round robin stage to get them to TI, and that's why we're here.
That's the dream. They don't have to go playoffs.
Exactly.
Just win the group stage. Well, Singularity gonna go Treant Magnus. You mentioned Magnus Troll in game 1. Similar kind of idea. I mean, you don't need the Troll because there's a lot of other partners they can get.
This is what they ran in combination. It wasn't the Nyx, but they had their Jakira pickup. They really, really like their Jakira. I think it's one of the most picked support heroes, Danish Bears.
Extra value versus the Treant living armor.
We've definitely felt the Jakira's presence in the last game, just because his combination with the Void was... It had some good moments. But at the same time, like, once the BKB came up, Jakira was a lot less effective.
Reserve time.
It was also really underleveled. They weren't in a position to push ever.
Yeah.
Because all the T1s were already taken down by Veno. So I think there was a lot of overlap in the Jakira.
They were meant to dominate the Magnus, which they did, sort of. Like, he actually did really well with the Magnus to get as much farm as he did.
Soaring Shockwave. That was the build.
Well, no Troll Warlord to go with it, but you can still leave the classic. Juggernaut inside the pool. And Dragon Knight was the 5th ban by Danish Bears in the last game, I believe. Or was it the other way around?
Which one's the better dragon, Jakiro or Dragon Knight?
Jakiro.
Are you sure?
One's a real dragon with 2 heads.
One's a knight.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, but he's only faked being a dragon.
He's got 1 head. That's like a normal dragon, you know?
Yep. Is that really a normal dragon?
Tsunami, tiebreaker.
What do you class as a normal dragon?
Actually, you're not really tie-breaking, but I want your input.
That's like a Hydra. Hydras have 2 heads. Hydras aren't dragons.
Don't Hydras have 3 heads?
Well, Hydras have as many heads as you choose to cut off.
So he's half Hydra, half dragon, because he's got 2 heads.
He was once a dragon. He was once a dragon. Now he's a Hydra.
Dragon.
5 seconds.
You're a high dragon.
What are you smoking?
Jakiro can identify however he wants to identify, guys. This is the year is 2017. Who are we to categorize him?
Right? We shouldn't.
But which one's the better dragon?
I'd say Dragon Knight. Because
I'd say Dragon Knight too.
He's not a real dragon.
That's what makes him even better.
He gives hope to the everyday person. They could
even
become a dragon.
you could one day be a dragon. Does that not give you confidence?
I am a ranger.
He's so tilted right now. This is great.
You have to put up with him in a cast.
Is
though.
Jakiro even a dragon? I'm just kidding.
Is Puck even a dragon?
I'm
Fairy
sorry.
dragon?
Is this Zeus God of Thunder? Are we asking like
I'm just trying to trigger you.
idiotic questions?
Given the context of most games, I like having a Jakiro on my team more than I like having a DK on my team. Truth be told.
Well, that's because Chikiro is a fantastic pusher, a fantastic team fighter, and an all-round nice guy.
Okay.
Dragon Knight, I thought you were talking about Dragon Knight.
Yeah, Dragon Knight's a great pusher, all-around nice guy.
He's not a nice
not,
guy.
Not great at team
He's
fight.
a snob. He's part of the upper class. Down with the establishment.
What are you talking about? You don't get knighted for being an elitist.
You get knighted for treading on peasants.
That's that archaic method of knighting.
He's an archaic. He's a knight.
It's 2017, Toby.
Yeah, we're.
I like, I kind of differ because when I see a Dragon on my team, I'm like, this guy wants to win. You don't pick Dragonite to have fun.
Yeah, no,
you
no,
pick
no.
Dragonite to win. So anytime a teammate, my mid player picks Dragonite, I'm like, sweet, this game's in the bag.
No, because that's actually a common trap. Because oftentimes, if I'm the highest MMR and I have to play mid, I'm not a mid player. So I just go DK because I'm like, there's no way I can lose this lane. I'm not gonna win this lane because I'm playing DK, but I'm definitely not gonna lose the lane.
Yeah, I gotta bring this back to the draft. Livestealer picked up. We're running a full melee lineup on Team Singularity.
Yes.
If he
big
infests
deal.
inside a
You've got
dragon,
empower.
does he become a dragon?
We just got back on track, Melanie.
Reserve time.
4 heroes to combine with Empower. You give that Treant Protector Empower at level 1, just punch people even harder.
Wow.
Let's go. Lifestealer is
Wow.
not a very common pickup these days, but in EU it seems to be somewhat more favored as like a pocket pick.
It's so good versus Nyx.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They've been running the Nyx more as 4 position,
Yep.
off lane. Okay.
4. Noya sits in mid and just impales and mana burns people.
That
That's-
sounds like every 4 position these days.
Yep.
Dual lane, tri-lane mid,
Where's that tri lane with Nyx and Jakiro mid?
I mean, I saw 3v2 mid in one of the NA games earlier. DC were tri-laning mid against the dual lane. It was like, what is Dota
What?
come to?
What?
So how would you skill Treant Protector this game if this is your team and that's the enemy team?
Whether you go Living Armor or Invis, I guess. I think Invis
And
versus
sometimes
Sekiro.
I've seen Leech Seed. And with a Lifestealer on your team, not a bad
Are
idea.
you talking about level 1 or are you talking
Oh,
about...
no, I'm talking about what do you max first?
Oh, okay.
What's your skill
4,
build?
2, 0.
0.
No points in Overgrowth.
Venomancer.
Third skill's living armor. 4, 2, 0, 1.
Oh, okay.
I'll go 4-1-1-1.
Living armor is
You
useless.
would
Yeah.
you would bypass the living armor?
Your team is so tanky. Lifestealer's not going to have trouble. DK's not going to have trouble. And Magnus, I don't know what Magnus is going to be up to.
You want to
but-
smack people.
Your job, I feel, is to roam around and find, like, scout. Like, you're a
Yeah.
division hero
Right.
in a lot
You
of
need
ways.
to heal, I think. You need to heal from the leech seed way more. They don't
The
have
heal or the slow?
the heal, I would say. The heal is really important because your lineup's already tanky. If you
Reserve
can
time.
just stay alive,
Oh,
you can
that's
destroy
true.
their lineup.
Give them more HP.
Goodbye Faceless
Dire
Void.
team
So
Picking Veno into a Lifestealer.
nothing of the same combination again.
I think the matchup goes both ways. Like, Veno kind of kites him in that
Yeah.
sense. If it's like a safe lane core Veno,
Right, that's true.
I think it definitely can go both ways. Lifestealer obviously has that window where he can just jump in
10
and with
seconds
magic immunity not be
remaining.
worried about the ulti damage.
They
But
did do a good job. Like
5
it'd be harder
seconds
this time
remaining.
if they control the pull, because I feel like that's
Dire
way
team pick.
Magnus kind of got back into it. The fact there was that triple stack camp, because they were playing the Magnus on the Dire side, Team Singularity, in the last game, and he had the triple stack on the bottom lane and just pulled it over, and they lost control of the lane completely at that point. And Magnus got like level 5 and was able to
10
defend.
seconds
If
remaining.
Jakiro and Venomancer stay on top of that this time, I'm wondering if it's going to be as possible for a
5
Radiant side
seconds
Magnus.
remaining.
what are you doing against Lifestealer? Maybe some BKB or
Legion
involved
Commander.
piercing disable. There we go.
Radiant
Legion.
team
Alright.
pick.
This looks
There's
familiar.
the magic pierce.
They always pick Veno LC.
Yeah. So the only two heroes they subbed out was the Invoker, and subbed in was the Invoker and the Nyx.
Pretty similar lineup to
It's very similar.
yeah. Except the Invoker. I think the Invoker's way different.
But the
But-
combinations of Singularity is very, very similar. Very, very similar. The only difference is like you switch out the Lifestealer from the Troll, and the DK is also traded out.
Who'd they have mid last game?
Puck.
Puck.
Yeah,
Okay.
Puck.
All right. Well, some perhaps similar draft for Singularity for Danish Bears. It feels like some comfort heroes they've been playing a bit as well.
Let's go for predictions, boys.
Prediction.
Predictions. Start on the end with Tsunami.
I like Singularity's draft. It's It seems far too tanky to deal with for Danish Bears, and Invoker's going to have trouble being useful, I think, because you're not going to find Sunstrike setups with his team. You're not going to find Sunstrike kills early on, and you're not going to really beat DK solidly in the mid lane.
Mr. Merlini?
I'll go with Singularity. Their team fight is ownage.
And Gods?
I'll be the third to say Singularity. I think their draft-wise, they're looking solid, and I think they've also shown to be the overall better team with their results and just their play coming into this qualifier. They're looking scary. So
I concur with you all. We have
all four.
We have a unanimous decision for Singularity.
Oh,
Danish
boy.
Bears take it.
We're going to look at this.
Panel curse, here we go.
There's no panel curse. Lumi's not on this one.
Okay.
But yeah.
Enjoy. I'll leave you to it.
I'll stick around.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, we could jump to. We could do three-way. I think that's. I don't know if Valve's gonna get angry at that, but it's fine. All right. So in we go to the game. Who moved this monitor? All right. 3 people. We don't say a single word. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. So how are we doing for our lane? So it will be. Looks like it's going to be pretty much the standard. We'll have Partos off-lane Magnus. That puts Karkor in towards the mid as the Treant Protector. He's just there for the moment.
Turns out it's pronounced Cat's Core.
Cat's Core?
Cat's Core.
Interesting. Nisha. We'll double-check all of these names then.
Yeah, we really should.
Nisha will be the DK towards the mid. Exotic Dia, that's an obvious one, is going to be the life stealer for the safe lane. And how do you say Alicia?
That one I don't know, to be honest.
Well, we call him L.
Okay.
His name is L. He'll be the Warlock supporting. And then Noya Nyx Assassin off lane with Ryze and Hester Joe. So 2 supports with the Nyx and the Chikiro and Legion Commander. 747 will be the mid Invoker. And that leaves Ace as the solo Venomancer. And they'd be actually going to stay solo on this lane as opposed to what they started with last time, which is when they had Chikiro with them. And the contesting, they're actually going to come and try and take this rune out. Right now, fading into a fight. Hester Joe, well, you got a lockdown, but Hester Joe will take the bounty rune. Dual Breath will connect as well. There's Treant Protected, not looking too healthy. He actually can't escape, can't go Invis, didn't pick up Leech Seed, but the Shadow Word and the Tango Munch jukes up towards the north, turn towards the east, and will go Invis out of range of the Sentry. A fresh one's put down, the Dual Breath will connect, plus the Impale. Hester Joe will find the first blood with the aggressive lane of Danish Bears paying off, even if they do have to commit the extra 100 gold for the Sentry.
Surprised the Sunstrike didn't come out during that whole entire thing.
There was a lot of movement, to be fair.
Yep. Also, the Treant didn't even try to go for the bounty. That was a little... Snag it.
I don't think he thought that was going to be a fight. He was just like, hey, Warlock, don't mind me. I'm just getting some quick damage. Overwhelming odds was skilled first, and his 2 teammates, Treant Protector's 2 teammates, just pieced out.
This seems like exactly the same rotation again. You go to the off lane, find yourself a kill as Ryze, then he moves towards the mid lane, looking to offer a little bit of harassment, and then moves towards the top lane. Except it's vice versa because he started with the Venomancer in the last one, when they were running safe lane. But they really don't like to keep these lanes static, Danish Bears.
Gotta park that Nyx mid, man. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, but as a DK, it's not as bad. The main thing is that once Manaborn gets up and running, Nisha's not going to really be able to CS as easily, especially if Nyx Assassin still lingers around.
Is that just when you run your bottle? Come in, breathe fire spam.
It's
Hester Joe's not in a good position here, going to get rooted. Shadow Worded up, he does not have press the attack. Shadow Word will tick him, but not low enough for the kill. Well, Sunstrike's going to miss. DK back to the tier 1 tower. Damn, that alacrity buff up actually gives him a lot more damage. And now it's full rune control. Regeneration rune for 747. Except
unless it gets fired.
Noya needs to take the creep wave for a little bit. Alright, we're good. That's 2 full creep waves in the mid lane for the Radiant side. And he's still 12-2 against 9-0.
Chikiro has shown up.
Yeah, Liquid Fire and Dual Breath. Noya's got both Mana Burn and the Impale Stun. combining that with Sunstrike and damage with an Alacrity buffed up Invoker, feels like they could have potentially had a kill.
I think it's just really hard to hit the Sunstrike though, or hit the Impale.
Especially when you got no Cold Snap control either.
Yeah, this is interesting. Wex into X-Sword right off the bat, but I guess since you have that Nyx Assassin, you don't need to be concerned about having that passive regen. You see 747 getting pretty low, and yeah, Nisha has no fear.
That's real deep. Goes into the tree lines. Looks like bottom lane. Joe's in more trouble, however. Again, no press the attack. Sitting with a 1-0-1 build up on this Legion Commander. Cost him his life this time around. With Exotic Deer taking it. And Magnus, Dual Breath and Liquid Fire. Loses his regeneration. He's got 3 stick charges. And TP support's on the way. It's going to be Warlock. Actually, no it's not. Ends up cancelling.
For a team that's such a tanky lineup, they're definitely getting manhandled quite a bit by the Dire team. Legion Commander's not having a very pleasant time, but you kind of expect that when 3 heroes are dedicated towards zoning there.
They don't really focus on helping out their off-laner at all. Plaza is just sacked most of the time.
Yes,
so they're just way more worried about getting Exotic Deer in their mid laner farm. But yeah, I think Nisha's doing very well, all things considered, being side lane.
He's staying alive. I suppose that's the best thing you can ask for, and staying close to CS.
His net worth is almost on par with the Invoker.
It's really not that far off.
And he should be out leveling. DK's level 5 now. Invoker is level what?
4.
Yeah, so.
Just because the extra help he's had to have in mid. It did give Nick some earlier levels, so Neuer's up to level 3 now. And they find a target. It'll be the Magnus. Skewer's available, but he's got to get closer towards the edge to skewer off, so he'll skewer them into the stack, and then the stun. No denial, but the damage onto Neuer. He'll die to a neutral camp.
That was sick.
It was just thinking about escape, but he gets the support to deny, or kill himself, basically.
Sadly, TP. Walk of Shame.
DK, try gets the dragon form. Really beating it at 747. No mana for another Breathe Fire. But now underneath the tower can at least start getting a little bit of that tick damage out. But Joe's moving in. Starts with the overwhelming odds. There's another support coming in. It's going to be the Nyx Assassin, so they got the extra stun. Cold Snap, Sunstrike. You said it before, it was difficult. Around the Ancients, support's coming in. It's in the form of the Treant Protector. He's got Leech Seed only level 1, but it's enough to slow down the Legion Commander, give a little bit more life back into the Dragon Knight. Ace will move up as well. Plague Ward and Gale will connect. Curry's even trying to fly the bottle into the middle of this fight. But it won't happen. 4 heroes from Danish Bears looking just to force the issue harder into the Treant Protector. And
stop walking!
To the pit! To the deny! Wait. I think Roshan just thought he got hit by a branch. And our second deny of the game.
There are so many heroes there. What on earth? There's like 70 heroes around the pit.
Of all the heroes that would show up, though, Treant was like the last one I thought. And all of a sudden, Treant comes in, does not have any points in living armor quite yet, so only thing he could do to help was the Leech Seed. And it did. He was also attempting for some body blocks to make sure Nyx Assassin couldn't get that Impale off. And unfortunately, DK did end up dying in the end, but it was like a 4-hero rotation by the Dire.
Meanwhile, Lightstealer enjoyed his free farm on bottom lane.
Miss Sunstrike.
Looking for the Warlock. Double damage Neuer. Those things are meant to be easier to hit, right?
He fake casted the Impale. Then he actually picked his own team.
Joe hiding in the tree lines. Treant Protector. Not really here to contest a rune, just to beat the crap out of a Jakiro. As DK tries to prove who's the better dragon.
1 for DK.
That's true. We should be keeping tally of Jakiro on DK, dragon on dragon kills.
Just dragon on dragon, nothing else counts. Technically they've each got a kill, and Jakiro's got 2 assists.
Yeah,
so he's more of a man of the people for the people.
Ryze has been moving around a lot.
Oh, they're running so hard towards 747 around the tree lines. You're able to get the Dragon Tail stump, but here comes the Venomancer. Doesn't have the Nova, the Sunstrike, as Nisha turns around to try and fight this one. They root up Ace. The damage tick onto the Venomancer not high enough, and here comes the Dragon, the real one, to help bring down the Dragon Knight. Turns for the attack. Ace will help out, as basically it's the Plagues getting the kills. Warlock will also die underneath the Dire Shrine, while Treant hides.
I don't understand what the Warlock is doing.
Yeah.
I think he should just be pulling and getting level 6 and then they can team fight. But right now he's been trying to help out in a lot of fights, but he's just not doing...
He's showing up too late to all these fights. Like, either you start immediately with the rotation, or you're like the Lifestealer and you're like, I'm not showing up to any of this stuff. Venomancer's the other safe lane farmer, and you see him moving around to rotate. He was killing that DK during that really long chase. He showed up to the mid lane and basically saved Invoker because DK and Tree and Protector wanted to go in, saw the Venom and was like, we have to leave. But yeah, Warlock and Lifestealer are just kind of a little bit not on the same page.
I think Lifestealer's fine, because Lifestealer just needs to get his armlet, do stuff later. But like the Warlock can't really do anything. He's still very, very... Level 2 Shadow Word isn't going to touch in any of the lanes. There we have press the attack 1, they have a boss 2. I know can't really go to his lane at all.
Speaking of that, Invoker, Warlock starts with Upheaval to zone him out.
Got him.
But then look at the smoke gank. Here comes the rest of Danish Bears, a 3-man group up, but they did it right on top of the Radiant Observer ward.
And the chicken shows where they are exactly.
Yeah. Well, there's one person I don't know about. Smoke will break, dust will reveal, and Tree and Protector. Well, it's dual damage. That's kind of what they were hoping for anyway on Hestejo.
That's not a great... Because like ideally you want to kill a DK, because you want to keep this mid tower up as long as possible.
Magnus does. Sunstrike.
Nice, nice. They're playing very well with Ian.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, like I said, this is not an easy game for an Invoker, but 747 staying well protected, but they're still giving him levels.
Oh, mid lane, Nisha, that's getting a little bit of range harassment from the Liquid Fire. 747 is not really looking to capitalize. You got 0-2-2.
My issue with Lifestealer not really showing up to anything, which, yeah, I know pre-armlet is kind of difficult. He doesn't really have any bomb options this game, because Magnus is not getting enough farm to get an early Blink Dagger. And oftentimes, if you have such a core-heavy lineup, then someone needs to be like the mid-game oriented core, but DK is falling behind, Magnus is falling behind, Lifestealer is the only person getting farm.
I don't know, when you give the Magnus up, like, a power buff up towards both Nisha as well as the Lifestealer,
That's true.
like, even being, like, even in this game, it feels like it's going to go the way of Singularity. And Nisha, like, he's got Arcane Rune available. The Sunstrike, it should connect. Doesn't have his one charge available. And now they just drop the Meteorites. Another dual victory. They just walk up and take it. Treant doesn't help. Warlock has almost no influence. And the Magnus rotations, he can't really do it yet. Ace is having the time of his life on that top lane.
Yeah, they need
Structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Death and good are linked.
Invisibility!
I'll take that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Once gone dark.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower has been denied. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This will do nicely.
Bounty which my matriarch will prize. Invigoration.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Invisibility!
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
My thanks.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
are linked.
Your loyalty will be rewarded.
Oh my, this is good.
Go for me.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower has been denied.
Ajuda, cansar o meu herói.
This will do nicely.
Immortality. I'll take that.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Well-gotten gains.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh my. This is good. Death and gold are linked.
Что происходит?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Gold for me.
Bounty.
This will do nicely.
Generation. Well-gotten gains.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Death and gold are linked.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
This will do nicely.
Gold for me.
Well-gotten gains.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire victory.